What's up, everybody? We back with another message, another video. Thank you to all my new subscribers and future new subscribers. You know we do nothing here without God because everything is spiritually led by God over here. We cover the world from a spiritual and physical aspect to get the raw, real, and uncut answers. So anything you hear, anything you see in these end times, may you test the spirits, aka take the words and visuals back to prayer with God, as there are many Decepticons running around in these end times sent from the enemy, had a strong, close, and personal relationship with God. Good, great, and awesome. All right, everybody. So recording November 24th, 2025 on a good old Monday. Word here / vision from the Lord. But before we get into that, 1 John 4:1, make sure you test every spirit, as it is very important in the days we live in today, all right? A lot of deception going around, so test every spirit, take all things you hear and see back to God in prayer. And also Hebrews 4:12, make sure we're using the word of God to discern the thoughts and intents of every heart. It is very important also in the days we live in, all right? So let's jump into this vision that the Father had given me and share his words. So this vision started off with me seeing 3 statues that went with a region of the map on the earth, so an area on the earth. The first one was Pharaoh, the statue of Pharaoh, which goes with Egypt. The second one looked as if it was to be a warrior or a ruler or a leader in or around the Middle Eastern area. The third one looked to be an African ruler, leader, or warrior, representing the area, the continent of Africa. Okay? And the Father had given on these words to me. He said, agreements, not of me, that will lead to my hand being shown. I'm going to read it one more time. Agreements, not of me, that will lead to my hand being shown. So then the Father begins to say to me, look for what comes from the east. Occurrence is not at normal pace. And then the Father began to show me the east. And what he was highlighting was not a small highlight. I could see the expansion of his words of things to come with the highlight he was showing me over that area, highlighting the east. And I hear the Father say, watch for what is to come. And in this next piece, I'm with the Father. I then see the Father showing on one side voices of those who soothe his people's hearts but are not of him. Their appearance will not hide what lies in their hearts, is what I heard the Father say. Then I see, next to what we just talked about, a man whose works have been shown by what the Father allowed to happen. All right. So the Father's words were many men in the church of great influence, not of me. So he's describing what that was. And then he says, in the eyes that they have led into blindness shall open to the results that their leaders face. So just recapping one more time, on one side, the Father shows voices of people who soothe the hearts of his people, but are not of him. And their appearance outwardly will not hide what lies in their hearts. Then next to that, I saw a man whose works have been shown by what the Father allowed to happen. And the Father described that by many men in the church of great influence, not of him. And the people who they led into blindness, their eyes shall be opened to the results that their leaders face. And the Father says, pay attention, my children, to, who is around you, what is going on around you. Then there was a transition. And the Father says this, tell my children to focus on me, for I will come at a time that is not expected to many. This is about what I am doing for those whose hearts are faithful to me. The one who looks to the Father will not be in slumber. The one who looks to other things is the one who slumbers. And then he says, as I have told you, those faithful to me with their hearts shall see the things I have spoken of. He gave me Habakkuk 2:2-4. The just live by faith. Then the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain on tablets, that he may run who reads it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it will speak, and it will not lie. Though it tarries, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. Behold the proud, his soul is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. The Father says this: what he has told his children he is going to do for them is not a lie. But those whose hearts are not of him, but filled with many other things, I hear him say, things will not happen for them the way that they think. The one who looks to other things is the one who slumbers. They're not even going to be ready for what occurs to them because they've been so not focused on God, but other things. He says many need to learn to live by faith. He says, it is your faith that is important to me. He says, know that I love you greatly, my children. He says, hold on to me, my children, for the days ahead will not be what many people think. He says, for many of you have listened to those whose hearts are filled with gold. He says, it will not look the way people think. Remember that God is always there. He's never left us, nor has he forsaken us. God will always be there to help us and take care of us and guide us, okay? Peace and blessings, and I will catch y'all in the next one.